California lawmakers passing SB 57 earlier this week. The bill, now awaiting Governor Gavin Newsom's signature, would allow for the expansion of taxpayer-funded safe injection sites for drug addicts. The bill comes on the heels of the decision to close the program's original pilot location in San Francisco. Joining us now to discuss this is California Congressman Darrell Issa. Congressman, great to have you with us. So San Francisco, perhaps a failure there. So why is this being pursued at this point?
Well, you know, Albert Einstein said that insanity was defined as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. This isn't new. This idea of safe sites was tried in Holland years ago. Methadone, free methadone, and the like. The fact is that this is a drug dealer's dream because anytime somebody can't afford a fix, send them over to the free site. The rest of the time, sell them the drugs. On top of that, people are going to get further addicted. This is bizarre. It makes about as much sense as having a monkeypox party or a COVID party. And then saying, well, it's safe because we've got doctors there. Taking illicit drugs, even if they're, quote, controlled, is not any safer in the long run for our society. Addiction, particularly fentanyl addiction now, is killing more young people than any other and almost all other causes.
So the bill is expected to pass. So what are proponents arguing here?
Well, they're arguing that you can lower the death rate, you can lower the infection rate from dirty needles by providing this in a safe way. Of course, one of the questions is, will this be the only way people do it? Of course not. But most importantly, decades ago, we tried to reduce the addiction level. Today, California appears to have given up on that. Just as they've given up on trying to reduce homelessness, and they're trying to, quote, manage it by facilitating it. It's the wrong attitude. The late Nancy Reagan famously said, just say no. It wasn't because you expected it to get to zero, but because if you quit trying, the inevitable is you will have a growth in addiction. And that's what we have in California. We have a growth in addiction, a growth in death rate, and of course, a growth in the money that's being produced by selling those illicit drugs. And that's exactly what California is clearly going to facilitate.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up that point, because this, of course, as you mentioned, speaks to the larger problem in California regarding homelessness. Why have we seen such an increase when it comes to the homeless population?
Well, that which you subsidize, you get more of. That which you encourage, you get more of. That which you do not discourage, you get more of. And we're guilty of all of that. We've become a facilitator of it. We have laws that absolutely prevent any kind of pushing people for vagrancy. But most importantly, California has quit trying petty crimes. So if you're living on the street, stealing for a living, or even just grabbing people's products from their backyards to add to your home, your quote home, California makes it impossible to get for the law enforcement to get any kind of prosecution. So this is a safe place to be homeless. This is a legal place to be homeless. And this is a place where you can pick the nicest backyard to camp in. And oh, by the way, you can take they can take their barbecue grill to make your dinner in their backyard, and you won't be prosecuted. And if you do that, you're going to get more homelessness. And oh, by the way, if you don't deal with the drug problem, you're going to get people who are perpetually homeless, since more than 75% of all homeless are under current addiction.
And Congressman, are there any specific legislative proposals that you have put forward or that you're backing right now to help combat the epidemic that we're seeing when it comes to drugs and when it comes to homelessness?
To be candid, January 4th, the day after we retake the majority in the House, our incoming Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, has a full slate of plans for legislation one of which, of course, is to reseal the border so we can stop the trafficking of fentanyl and other drugs, which will help us in these cities. But when it comes to some of these things, like encouraging homelessness, you've got to go to Sacramento. There are other states that are doing a competent job, and we'd like to make sure that we in Washington showcase the states and the municipalities that are making a difference going forward. My own historic city of Vista, they've been combating, in spite of the law, as much as they can homelessness, and they're making some headway. But that's about the most we can do. Stop the drugs, stop illegal immigration, and then showcase those cities and states that are doing a competent job.
And Congressman, I want to get your reaction. Right now, the Senate is going to be holding a vote-a-rama over the weekend to push forward Schumer and Manchin's Inflation Reduction Act, which has sort of a number of alarming elements within it. The CBO report saying that it's only going to reduce the deficit by $100 billion, not the $300 billion Democrats have said. And also the Senate Taxation Committee coming out and saying that this is a bill that's going to raise taxes on low and middle income Americans. So what are you hearing right now from your constituents? I mean, you're in a blue state. So is this something that Democrats are really for?
Well, in my blue state, in my blue district, what we are hearing and seeing is that inflation is out of control. The cost of a gallon of gasoline, or for that matter, a dozen eggs, has become very, very painful to Republican and Democrat households. But what we're seeing, too, is that this idea that a $400 billion tax increase will give you a proposed reduction in the deficit by $100 billion. We know one thing: the tax increase is real. The tax reduction proposed in the out years isn't. And so, my voters understand that. But most importantly, my small business owners who are already strapped are seeing a tax increase that is targeted against them with this so-called minimum. My grocery stores see it as an attack on low-margin businesses that serve the public. So there's a lot of bipartisan pushback on this. But most importantly, the hypocrisy of two senators who said they wouldn't do something and then just redefining it when they're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, and Congressman, I have to ask you, the Biden administration is celebrating the fact that gas prices right now are slightly lower. I'm originally from Southern California. I've seen $5 a gallon gasoline prices and even higher than that. But I mean, is anybody in your state seeing really a remarkable difference here when it comes to the prices that they're paying at the pump?
We're really not. The fact is that if you double something and then you reduce it by 10%, please don't celebrate the 10% reduction. The baseline is, in fact, still about half the cost for a gallon of gasoline when President Trump left office, and the policies that have lowered, and I've got to be honest, it's not, you don't have to lower gas production or oil production by much to affect this, but this president has done it. And as you know, right now they're literally flying over the Permian Basin, intimidating these companies because they don't have a solution to their policies, and they don't want to change their policies. Change the policies back to a pro all of the above fuel, and you will change the prices, and not by 10%, but by 50%.
Well, Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia is getting a permit for his Mountain Valley Pipeline in exchange for his support for the Inflation Reduction Act. So some people are getting what they want. Congressman Issa, pleasure to have you on. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you. And remember, politics never really changes for certain politicians. He got his trade, and he's sold us out.
You know, you are full of amazing quotes today. The Einstein quote, the definition of insanity, you know, it's has so many uses. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson. With inflation at its highest level in 40 years and interest rates skyrocketing, your retirement plans are in danger. Well, our friends at American Hartford Gold can help show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Yeah. If you call them right now, they have a special offer. They will give you a free gold coin on your first qualifying order. So don't wait. Call now. Here's the number. 866-935-4309. That's 866-935-4309 or text Newsmax to 65532. That's Newsmax to 65532. Thank you.